What is up, guys? I'm Remote Night Owl, and I hope you're all having a wonderful day. So today we're back with item breakdowns, and today we're going to be looking at a brand new item to League of Legends, and that's called Zeke's Convergence. Now, as promised, my support's going to be getting some love this week, so let's break this item down. So, generally speaking, Zeke's Convergence is a tank support item that, once fully completed, it allows for the support and for the ADC to potentially deal a lot of extra damage either in a lane skirmish or a full 5v5 team fight. Now, as you noticed, I said that it's a tank item that allows for the potential to deal a lot of damage between yourself and the ADC. But before we get to the damage part of it, let's start with the regular stats. So this is an item that grants 30 magic resist, 60 armor, 250 mana, and 10% cooldown reduction. Now, because this doesn't grant ability power nor attack damage, we can obviously see that this is going to be a tank item right off the bat. So in conjunction with the tank stats, the passive stats are where the different damages are going to be coming from. So I'm going to read the passives verbatim, and then we're going to go over what they do, how they work, and exactly how they deal damage. So, with the first passive, and they are both unique passives, it reads, casting your ultimate near your ally summons a local frost storm for 10 seconds. As the storm rages, nearby enemies are slowed by 20%, and your allies' attacks burn their targets for 50% bonus magic damage over 2 seconds, with a 45-second cooldown. The second unique passive reads as follows, slowing a burning enemy ignites your frost storm to deal 40 magic damage per second, and slow by 40% instead for 3 seconds. Now, there is an active component to this item, and simply put, you just have to bind it to your ADC once the item is fully built. And how you do that is, if the item is in item slot 2, you just put your mouse over your ADC and then hit the 2 key, and you guys are bound, and then you're good to go with the item. Now, with the 2 passives that I read off, I know it can seem like a lot, but it can actually be summed up very simply. With the first passive, the support after they activate their ultimate, basically they get a Sunfire Cape on steroids that slows, and then the ADC deals additional burn damage while Zeke's Convergence is active. Now, with the second passive, basically, as long as the support is continuing to deal damage with the AoE damage around them, and the ADC keeps attacking the targets with basic attacks that is being damaged by the support, then the damage from the support is going to increase as well as the slow. So using some still images, I want to show you guys what this item looks like while it's being used, and also the different animations that are attached to it. So after an ultimate is cast within range, the ADC gets this orange animation that we can see, and then the support gets this blue animation. So that blue animation is that Sunfire Cape AoE damage that I was talking about. So you want to be next to enemy champions within that blue ring, so you know for a fact that they are taking damage while they are in, like I said, that blue ring. So the next image we're looking at is the burn damage that enemies get while being attacked by ADCs utilizing this item. So if you look at Tryndamere specifically, he has this orange sparkle on him, and this is the animation specifically for the burn damage from this item. Now, the reason this is important to point out and to notice as the support is because of the second part of the passive on this item. So when you see an ADC damage a champion and get that burn damage attached to them, you want to then make sure that you are damaging them with your part of Zeke's Convergence, aka that blue ring, that Sunfire Cape on steroids I mentioned, because then it is going to get buffed even more because they're taking that extra burn damage. Now, with this last still image, there are a couple more interactions with Zeke's Convergence that I would like to point out specifically. First of all, in this still image, while Leona does not have Sunfire Cape will stack with the AoE damage, that blue ring I was talking about, so you can deal even more AoE damage in a team fight or skirmish. Secondly, the ADC portion of Zeke's Convergence will stack with Runon's Hurricane. So if you look at Lulu and Annie here at the top of the picture, they have that sparkle on them that is procced by Runon's Hurricane. So it is also advantageous to build this with an ADC that builds and utilizes Runon's Hurricane. Now, the last couple questions that we have for this item are as follows. The first one is, what supports do you build this item on? And secondly, when do you build this item during the game? Now, to answer the first question as to what supports you want to build this item with, basically you only want to build them with tank supports like Braum, Thresh, Blitzcrank, Leona, etc. The reason being is first of all, because of that Sunfire Cape AoE damage, you want somebody who's going to be in the middle of the enemy champions during a fight, so that damage can be procced. And then the other reason you only want to build this on tanks is just like I pointed out in the beginning of the video. This is a tank support item, and we can see it by the stats between the armor, magic resist, cooldown reduction, and mana that it grants. It doesn't have any offensive stats attached to it, which then in turn makes this a support tank item. And then the second question that we want to answer here is, when do you want to build this item in the game? Well, you actually have two ways of going about this, and it's based around your gold income item. First of all, if you want to rush this power spike as fast as possible, you can sit on your tier 1 gold income item, get boots, and then rush this as soon as you can. Or you can upgrade your gold income item all the way to its top tier, get that defensive or offensive power spike depending on which item you're building, get boots, and then buy this third. You want to get this early in the game because the damage potential for this item is a huge power spike, and if done correctly, will basically win you bot lane if you get it early enough. Well guys, as promised, my supports got some love today, and I hope you guys all enjoyed watching this, and I hope you have a lot of fun with this new item now that you know what it does and now that it's been broken down for you. Well guys, thank you very much for watching, and as always, we'll see each other again real soon. Have a wonderful day.